Shalom, brothers and sisters. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from Yahuwah, our Father, and Yahusha. He's the Mashayah, the one that carries the burden of Yah, his voice, our high priest, soon coming King. Hear, O Yisharel, Yahuwah, who is our mighty one. He is one. There is no other mighty one in existence than Yahuwah, and Yahusha is his voice. This is Brother Dawood coming to you again to bring you a proclamation. Prepare for battle. Rally the troops. The time has come. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. It is time for you to make a choice. Do you choose Yah, or do you choose the world? We have proven today that our brothers, our sisters, have joined the team of the world and have forsaken Team Yah. Every time we explain to them that Yah's time has come, the path of years has been revealed, they scoff at it. They make little statements. Here's the problem. They don't test it, nor do they try it or prove it. They just try to explain it away. This is the same action that our brothers and sisters have committed every time the Most High sent them a voice. They always reject him. So now we're building a team to go to battle on every platform on the internet to introduce Yah's time. Let's begin. The first step is the battle strategy. We have to give you your weapons and ammunition. What is our weapon? Knowledge. It is what is lacking amongst the children of Yisharel. And they always refuse knowledge. Listen to what the Father says. If you refuse knowledge, I'll also refuse you and your children. Embrace this. Learn it. Apply it. The first thing that they'll ask you on the front lines when you speak of the path of years is, what is it? Here's the answer. 5 seconds. You can answer anyone about what is the path of years. The way Yah created the sun, moon, and stars to work in the heavens to give time. Is there something wrong with that? There is today. You cannot promote Yah's time. They will attack you. But if you're promoting Gentilian time, they will accept it. They've all been bitten by the Gentilian bug. When you're bitten by the Gentilian bug, one of the manifestations of the sickness is that you'll have delusions, that you can change the rotations in the heavens on paper. You'll have another delusion, that you can bring the moon back to a place where the rain, the heat, and the dew comes down to receive a harvest, which in all reality is saying you can change the weather, it's the strongest delusion I've ever seen in my life. Two, here's the second part. Another 5 seconds. 10 seconds in all. You can say these two. Learn them. Memorize them. Keep them close. Without any interactions, adjustments, postponements, or additions of men. Why does no one want YAH's way? Why do they all accept the Gentiles' way? Well, I already told you. They've been bitten by the Gentilian bug, and they're in this strong delusion. Here's another question. Did Yah choose you to change time? Hanuk. Some call him Enoch. Some call him Chanakh. He is the guide to the righteous who would arise in the last days, in the matrix, where time has been twisted and no one knows how to find Yah's days. He wrote his books, the courses of the luminaries, to show you one thing and one thing only: the path of years. Watch. And first the sun goes forth and traverses his path. Isn't it evident? Everything that I'm saying to you is coming from this book. According to the commandment of Yahuwah of spirits. What? He controls the sun? I don't believe that people believe that. But he does. He's commanded that the sun has 364 days. Pope Gregory's calendar starts on day 368. Check that out. If you don't know that, why are you keeping a Shabbat or any days on that calendar? Think about it. 4 days later, Pope Gregory started his calendar. Is your calendar accurate? If you have Shabbats on there, are they accurate? Let's continue. And mighty is his name forever and ever. Praise Yahuwah. And after that I saw the hidden and the visible path of the moon. Hidden? You cannot see it going in and out of the portals, but you can see the end result when it shows up in the western sky, in the middle of the sky, in the eastern sky. Hey, the moon is the only one that has the visible path. What does that mean? You can actually count the days on her. Can you do that with the sun? And she accomplishes the course of her path. Okay, so we saw his path, the visible path, and her path. In that place by day and by night, the one holding a position opposite to the other before Yahuwah of spirit. How many of you understand this heavenly language? It's speaking of an event that happens after she accomplishes the course of her path. She starts as a slither of light. Hanuk says it's 1/2 of a seventh part. It equals 1/14th part of light, and her whole circumference is empty, without light, except for that little slither in the corner of light. And every day she grows in her light. In 14 days, her light becomes full. And then she would rise in the evening. Yeah, you can see it at night. And then in the daytime, you'll see the sun in the east, the moon in the west. They will be opposite of each other before Yahuwah of spirits. He's observing them. He's making sure that they're on time. What if you're on Pope Gregory's calendar? Can you say that you're on his time? And they give thanks and praise, and they rest not. For unto them is their thanksgiving rest. For the sun changes often for a blessing or a curse. He can use the sun against you. He can bless you with the sun for your harvest. How many doors does the sun have? 12. He can open up the doors for any season of the year, any month of the year, to pour you out a blessing. How can he do that? Because he controls the weather. Do you? Can your adjustment on paper control the weather if he withholds it? Or if he decides to pour his people out a blessing? Can you stop him? He can also use it against you for a curse. He can send a solar flare, increase the radiation. Then comes the plague. And the course of the path of the moon is light to the righteous. There's your path of the years. This is the heavenly body, the luminary, that you are to follow for time. Isn't it evident? You can watch it grow. You can watch it wane. You can see it start all over every month. What do you see on the sun? A blank slate. He created the two to work together. The sun sends the light to the moon, and the light on the moon displays Yah's days, only for the righteous, because the moon is darkness to the sinners. What are the sinners? Transgressors of the law. Who is he talking about? The children of Yesharo, who took the covenant, who were sprinkled with blood, who is under the law, that is perpetual, from generation to generation to generation. Your only salvation is to return to Yah, to return to his days, all of his days, his path on the moon. Listen what it says. These sinners, these transgressors of the law, they're going to come in the name of Yahuwah. And because you are not a Berean, you don't do your due diligence, you drop the ball on a constant basis, you're too busy to check, try, and prove everything, you'll be cut off from the congregation. The greatest commodity that you own is your soul. It will be taken away. Listen to the taunt that he has for all of the sinners, the transgressors of the law. You know who they are. They will be in March or in April. This is what he has to say to you. Who made a separation between the light and the darkness? Was it you? If it wasn't you, you cannot adjust my time. Who divided the spirits of men? Can you do that? If not, take your hands off. Who strengthens the spirits of the righteous? Can you even strengthen yourself? In the name of his righteousness. There is only him. There is only his ways, and not the ways of the Gentiles. For no angel hinders, and no power is able to hinder. I just want you to think about that. He's telling you something. You making an adjustment on paper is an exercise in futility. It is a delusion. It is a Gentile delusion. They're trying to cut you off from your master, and you can't see it. You may think that you're woke. If you're not on Yah's time, you are still asleep. You're still in the nightmare. You thought you woke up, but you're still in that dream world, still in the matrix. You really have not come out because you're following the billions of people, the religious people that will be in March and in April this year. Don't be a part of it. Denounce it. Repent. Ask the Father to forgive you because you missed his Passover. You were eating leaven on his high holy days. Ask him to forgive you and denounce the days in March and in April, and he will bring you to himself and embrace the path of years. For he, who is he? Yahuwah appoints a judge for them all. Is that you? Here's the judge. Ur Ya'ol. Ur Ya'ol, the powerful Malak that has thousands of angels working to keep the luminaries on time. By whose command? Yahuwah. Then you step in and you decide that you're going to deceive Yah's people and take them out of Yah's time. Adjust the calendar to bring the moon back on Pope Gregory's calendar to the month of Easter and the worship of their gods. Look what the book says to you. Proverbs 24 and 12. There is a way that seems right unto men, but the end thereof are the ways of death. This is a guarantee. If you think that you can change the weather or change time, here's the strategy. We need you to share these videos on every platform. We have to get the path of years out there to try to save the few that the Father has chosen. He didn't choose everyone. We're fishing for men. When they come to you and they ask you a question, be ready to give them the answer. I've shown it to you already on what the path of years is. And then you can give them my email if they have any questions. There it is there, Daoud bin Yashayahu at outlook.com. Now, join Team YAH. It is the first one for over 2,000 years. Shalom.